So my story from when I first started doing comedy, that people go, oh, you have to tell that story when I go, is when I first got single the last time out of the gate. Here I am, and we were technically separated, but living in the same home. I had learned from the previous marriage, I did not leave the master bedroom, he did on this one. So I'm in there crying, my college-age daughter at the time comes in, I'm on bed crying, and she sits down, she looks at me, she goes, well, Mom, you know what this means, right? I go, I know what it means. That means I'm a fucking loser, I'm getting another divorce, I've had 3 divorces. She goes, yeah, I know that, Mom, but that's not what I'm talking about. Thank you very much. She says, no, Mom, what it means is, she goes, you know, pubic hair is out, you're going to have to get rid of your pubic hair. I said, I'm like crying away, I go, what are you talking about? I gotta get rid of my pubic hair. I go, like, you mean like bikini wax? She goes, no, ma'am, Mom, I'm talking like the whole thing. You gotta, like the whole thing. You gotta get a Brazilian. Now, it's so funny, because sometimes, you know, we are a little older crowd. People go, Brazilian? Like people from Brazil? No, that means, no, they rip it all out. So I'm like looking at her, I'm like, what? So, I'm like, seriously? So, as I was dating, I took a little survey of the men, and who liked pubic hair and who didn't, and that didn't won out. And so here I am, I'm trying to do this, but what I did not know when I first became single was that maintaining my vagina would become a full-time job. And I had no one else to support me but myself. But what happened here is if you shave, you get those weird little bumpy things sometimes, and that's not attractive, so then you have to like loofah. But then they get a little irritated sometimes, so then you have irritated little bumpy things. And so then I thought, well, here's what I'll do, I'll wax. And you go to wax, well, for you guys that don't know this, ripping your pubic hair out by the roots is not a pleasant experience. I just want to say it. But not only that, but even if you do wax, it is very smooth, but then when it starts to grow in, you have to wait a certain period of time for it to grow in enough to re-wax it. And so that's another problem. And also, when I was doing the shaving, you know, if I did my shower in the morning and then I was going to have a date in the evening, well, you don't know what's going to happen. So now I have 5 o'clock shadow, so I got to go back in, and I got to go to the shave, and I got to go to the loofah. And so now maintaining my vagina has become a full-time job. So I thought, well, this doesn't make sense because I am going to be homeless soon, but I'll have a nice vagina, and but maybe I won't be as attractive to men when I'm homeless. So I thought, I am going to laser. So I found a Groupon for laser, and they fuck you over on that because the laser, the Groupon is good for 3 laser sessions on a section. You would think your whole vagina might be one section. I hate to tell you guys, but this breaks into about 5 sections right here, okay? And 3 lasers don't do you any good. You need at least 12 or 15. So now we multiply that by 4 or 5 sections, and you got a bankroll going here, okay? I mean, you talk about a money maker, this is a money taker at this point. So now I have gotten the laser treatment, which hurts a little because it's like pins poking into you. And so I have the laser, and I'm happy because now it's not a full-time job anymore. We're done with this. And now I have a vagina that looks like a 6-month-old child. And I don't quite understand why men find this attractive because I look like a 6-month-old child. And I didn't think I was dating pedophiles to begin with. But the other thing is, you got that little tonguey thing sometimes pokes out. And so now there's no hair for it to hide behind. So now it looks a little bit like Flipper's little mouth. And as I go by the mirror in the morning in my bathroom, I want to go, they call me Flipper! So now that I'm not having to work full-time at my vagina anymore, and I have more time for dating, then I'm out soon after that time, and I'm at a bar, and I'm talking to some young man, because then I still qualified, you know, this was a few years ago, I still qualified probably as a cougar, and so he was, you know, trying to hit me up. And he informed me, he said, well, you know, pubic hair is back in now. First of all, I smacked the shit out of him. And then I'm thinking, what the fuck? What am I going to do now? Like, yeah, so well, this is when that Playboy movie was out, and at the Playboy movie, when they filmed it a few years ago, they put these things on the women, I forgot if it's called Merkins or Merkles. They are a toupee for your vagina. And that's what they used in that movie, because back in the day, in Playboy Club days, they had big bushes. So that's what they used for the movie. So I thought, what am I going to do? Now I got to get a Merkel or a Merkin for my vagina to fit in? And then, I can just see it, you guys. In another 20 years when I'm in the old people's home, can you see the young people? Look at her. You know what year she was dating? There's only 4 of them in here with no pubic hair. Oh my gosh. And then men. Okay, that was the thing. Now, sometimes I get in trouble with women because they go, it took me years to convince my husband to get rid of all of his hair down there. And some women like that. I personally do not care for it because men want to shave down there. And sure enough, they got the 5 o'clock shadow, they don't care. But if you go down there with your face, it's ow, 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 ow. That is not pleasant. And you know what? Dicks are not that attractive. Okay? There's a good reason they're hiding behind that fur. Okay? So my feeling is men do not need to be removing the fur down there. Just leave it as God made it. That's just my personal opinion. Now, I don't want to ruin anybody's relationships here. That's all between you. But I have had people get very upset with me because I have said, let's just leave your pubic hair. And now their husband goes home and now they're mad at me. I got nothing to do with your husband's pubic hair. You guys decide, it's between you. But my feeling is just leave it like God made it. So, that's my little signature story that I always have to tell. And they call me Flipper, so thank you very much for coming.